So guys, here on this gutter line, obviously we can tell a lot of different things. We want to, again, make sure we get the size of our drip edge. Again, we've got a 2.5, 2 3/4 inch drip edge. Again, note that we do have a security camera here, so that may be important later on. We've got a shingle. We definitely have a starter strip there. And really the final thing that you'll do before going up, again, we notice the type of tile that it is you want to get and see what the pitch of the roof is. So again, I use an app on my phone for the pitch. You can either use that or there's some levels that you can get a pitch gauge, et cetera, et cetera. I think the app ends up working pretty well. So we put the pitch here, and it's a 612, 6-inch drop over a 12-foot rise, or 6-inch rise over a 12-foot drop. So that's all you need before you head on up. So let's head up to the roof and see what else we got up there. All right guys, so here on this tile roof, again, we've got a flat porch roof here with modified bitumen. And of course, we're on the downslope of the opposite side we came up on. Again, you want to first, when you come up on a roof, is get to the highest peak. Again, this would be the A peak, right? So I've got a hip offset here off of a main hip over my left-hand side. I see a few tiles that are cracked. It looks like there was some recent repair here. I'm going to make note of that in the roofing video. But many times the leaking, especially in non-catastrophe times, is again around valleys, around vents, around chimneys. That's where you end up having the leak. So again, you want to understand the geometry of the roof, what the outline of the roof is. So this will give you a good idea of what you're looking at before you dissect it and move on to individual things. So again, here's some repairs in a valley. Again, we've got a pipe jack here. Again, nothing looks wrong with this pipe jack here. Everything looks fine. Again, so let's go ahead and head on up and we'll get to the top of the apex of the roof and take a look from there. So here at this apex, again, what we can see is we understand exactly what the roof is. You're able to get a good visual. Again, I've got a main hip. I've got one hip offset. I've got another hip offset here. And then on the front side, I've got 2 hip offsets on that side. But let's just concentrate on this side first. So again, I'm going to count my pipe jacks that I've got here. So I've got 1 pipe jack there, another there, a roof turtle vent there, and of course a chimney opening there. I am going to note I do have a satellite dish, but as I can see from here, the satellite dish is actually not mounted to the roof. And so if we go to do any roof repairs, we're not going to have to detach or reset anything for any roof issues here. So I've got tiles over here. I've got no tile off here. Everything looks in very good shape. Let's check the flashing around the chimney. Again, everything here looks pretty good. Skylights look excellent. Again, there are a few broken tiles. We'd want to count those up as we go through. So far, I've got about 12 or 14 broken tiles on this slope alone. But again, this just gives you a good overview of exactly what it is. And again, you want to sort of take this slope by slope, chunk by chunk, and identify the elevation that you're on. Here I'm facing east, so this is the east slope of the main body of the roof. Okay guys, so here we are on the west slope of the same roof. Again, we've got a few vents. We're going to count those up. I've got 3 vents on this side. Again, I'm taking note that I've got 3 skylights here on this side, and then of course the chimney. Again, not a lot else to see over here. Again, I understand the geometry. This slope, it looks very, very good. Again, the most important thing when you're moving around is, again, be very conscientious with every step that you take. If you do break a tile or any sort of roof, whether it's a wood shake or a tile, in the process of inspecting the roof, denote that, because that's called a footfall, and we'll actually pay for those things without worrying about a deductible if there's a fall. So not a big deal. If you happen to break a tile, just make note of what happened and take a good picture of it, and we'll pay for those issues on a footfall. So again, I think you've got a good overview here of what this roof is. Again, if this were, I've got about 20-25 broken tiles. If this were as a result of a hurricane claim, we would be recommending a tile minimum charge or a repair, just because of the lack of number of broken tiles that have been displaced from the wind. So hope you enjoyed this video on give a look of a tile roof. We'll see you next time. Thanks and take care.